The Nambucca Roosters remain untouchable at the top of the Group 2 Rugby League ladder. Although down on numbers, the Roosters outclassed their Woolgoolga opponents to serve up a 60-26 Rugby League lesson.
The sun may have been shining, but a whitewash was on display in Nambucca yesterday. The Roosters hosted the Woolgoolga Seahorses at Coronation Park, but weren't offering much hospitality. Nambucca began their attack early in the first half, but Woolgoolga soon hit back, with Lloyd Munro accepting a no-look pass from Mark Pledger to get the game off to an even start. From there, Nambucca took control of the match, with Mitch Picker peeling off defenders down the left flank to open up the lead. He was swiftly supported by Grant Coleman, scoring from a dummy half run. Woolgoolga's Joe Ravawita showed some spark, weaving his way up the sideline to set the score at 18-10. But it was all Nambucca leading into half-time, with Mitch Picker scoring another 2 quick tries to have the hosts leading 30-10 at half-time. Woolgoolga were threatening to come back at times during the second half, but Nambucca ran away with the game, wiping up the match 60-26. Coach Darren Stigg understandably happy with his team's effort.
Fantastic, yeah. We've trained well all week, and a few boys pulled out this morning, or a couple pulled out this morning, but they all pulled together well.
Nambucca were always confident they could hold Woolgoolga back.
We knew we were going to put a few points on it. It's just a matter of how many they were going to get on us. But we knew also that they hadn't run into a defence like ours before. We've sort of really bent teams with our defence, and that was the plan today, to not take up so much effort in attack, but save it for defence.
Camilla Campbell, NBN News.
To rugby union, and Coffs Harbour's winning streak has continued with a 36-point thrashing of South West Rocks. In other round 6 matches, the Vikings down SCU and the Port Pirates beat the Kempsey Cannonballs. Southern competition leaders, the Foster Dolphins, continued their unbeaten run. Old Bar accounted for Gloucester, and My Old Coast smashed the Manning River Rats. In Mid-North Coast Premier League football, the Taree Wildcats remain on top of the ladder after beating Port United by 1 goal. Port Macquarie FC and Wallace Lake weren't troubled in their round 7 matches. The Redbacks kept Old Bar scoreless, while the Macleay Valley Rangers had a comfortable win in their local derby. Port Macquarie is once again playing host to the annual Women's State Bowling Carnival, with more than 1,000 players hitting the greens this morning. The enormity of the event means that 7 clubs across the Hastings will be used as venues for the preliminary matches.
It's a good week for the blokes to clear out and go fishing, because there's not a spare bowling green in the Hastings. The 83rd Annual Women's State Carnival is a massive roadshow featuring 280 fours teams playing at North Haven, Lake Cat-Eye, Kew, Wauchope and Port Macquarie's 3 clubs. But it isn't exactly fierce competition on the greens.
The bowling expertise is by the by, and that's just a bonus if you win. It's the friendship and the just getting out and away for a week, which is the main thing.
Of course, in amongst all of the fun, there are quite a few games of bowls to get through.
All of these ladies will play 2 games a day, so there's 6 games to be played, and they're playing in sections. We've got 20 sections of 14 teams.
The top 20 teams will return to host club Port City for their final showdowns on Thursday and Friday. Lynn Laleen, NBN News.